broad-based BEE does not benefit those who live in shacks in townships, only those who are already politically connected.
Many South Africans believe that corruption is getting worse in the country. This is according to a new survey by Afrobarometer. Joining me to discuss these survey results is Gerbrandt van Heerden, a CRA researcher and analyst. Gerry, what were some of the main results from this survey conducted by Afrobarometer?
Hello, David. Yes, so President Ramaphosa's 2018 presidential campaign promised that he will return the government's integrity, he will improve democratic institutions. This follows former President Jacob Zuma's tenure that was characterized by corruption on a massive scale. And yet, what we've seen in recent years, in the last 3 years exactly, is people are losing trust in the government in combating corruption. In fact, this is clearly shown by findings captured by Afrobarometer, as you've mentioned. So Afrobarometer approached 1,600 people, and they asked the people how they view various institutions in the country. And what they found was that 2/3 of respondents said that corruption has increased in the last year, and about half actually said that corruption has increased by a lot. Also, state institutions are viewed as the most corrupt, with the majority of respondents stating that they believe that at least half or most officials in parliament, in local government councils, as well as the president's office are corrupt. And then 70% actually said that not enough is being done to fight corruption. And also another 70% said that officials who are implicated in corruption often go unpunished. Now, this actually, these findings by Afrobarometer are reinforced by Transparency International's Corruption Perception Index. So in 2007, the Corruption Perception Index showed that South Africa was the 43rd least corrupt country out of 180 countries. Our position has now fallen to the 69th place out of 179 countries. So really a slippage there, and it just shows that corruption not only remains a big obstacle in this country, but it is also worsening under the current Ramaphosa administration.
Enjoying this analysis? Click here to sign up for our 30-day free trial for more content from the CIA.
Right, Gerry, so clearly many people in South Africa are losing faith in the institutions of governance. What impact does corruption have on people's ordinary lives on a day-to-day level?
So corruption has many consequences. One of the biggest problems with corruption is that it affects service delivery. Now, the Auditor General of South Africa has done a stellar job in exposing how poorly managed municipalities are in South Africa. In fact, they found that the majority of municipalities in the country are really performing poorly, and that irregular expenditure amounted to 32 billion rand. And there are many instances where local government will provide a tender to a certain company to, for example, build a road or a bridge near a community just for that company to be paid, but no improvement to infrastructure occurs. What we've seen with state-owned enterprises, a lot of money gets used to bail out those state-owned entities because of poor management that has that has occurred because of corrupt activities in those institutions. And that is money that could have been used to really uplift communities in South Africa. And this has really negatively impacted people's perception of what is being done with regards to combating corruption. In fact, a lot of people in this country believe that whistleblowers are not adequately supported or protected when they do spot corruption and attempt to report it. And one of the recent examples is the assassination of Babita Deokaran, who was a whistleblower and who regularly exposed corrupt activities in the Department of Health. And it became quite clear that not enough was done and there wasn't really political will to ensure her safety. And a lot of South Africans believe that reporting corruption could actually put them in serious danger. In fact, Afrobarometer showed that 3/4 of respondents believe that if they report corrupt activity, they could be punished for that. People don't believe that it's really possible to hold officials accountable in South Africa.
So, Gerrie, it seems like corruption is a perennial problem in South Africa. The Zondo Commission is applying for yet another extension for its work that's been going for over 3 years now. Why is corruption proving so difficult to combat under the Ramaphosa administration? Are they sincere in their efforts to rid the country of corruption?
Not at all, actually, and there are two major reasons for that. Firstly, policy-wise, the government wants to ensure that certain policies remain in place because it benefits them directly. I'm speaking specifically about policies such as broad-based Black economic empowerment, which the government has for decades now promoted as a way to pull millions of people out of poverty and unemployment. However, as we've seen on numerous occasions, broad-based BEE has actually just been used as a vehicle to benefit those who are politically connected and who are friends of the state. Ramaphosa has, on many occasions, stated that he would like to improve the ease of doing business in South Africa. However, under his administration, status policies such as broad-based BEE has been strengthened, and that is a huge obstacle on the private sector and businesses, and this really impacts unemployment. Broad-based BEE does not benefit those who live in shacks in townships, only those who are already politically connected. So that's one reason, and then another reason is the fact that there's this narrative that has been held by mainstream media and others that there's a good side to the ANC represented by the Ramaphosa faction and a bad side to the ANC represented by the Zuma faction. But in fact, research has shown that around half of the ANC's National Executive Committee members have been implicated in corruption. And not only that, but many of those members are actually from the Ramaphosa faction. And so that means that if Ramaphosa wants to seriously deal with corruption, that will actually lead to a lot of his supporters being targeted by law enforcement officials, and that could lead to the collapse of the ANC. So that's another reason why Ramaphosa and his administration is really not serious about dealing with corruption. And That is why the issue of corruption is going to continue to be one of South Africa's biggest obstacles to overcome in the next few years.
Thanks very much, Gerrie. Let's hand over to you, our viewers. Do you think the Ramaphosa administration is sincere in its efforts to tackle corruption? Also, a special announcement. We've hit our target of 25,000 subscribers. We originally thought we could hit that by the end of the year, but we're a few months early. So thank you very much to you, our viewers, for subscribing and for tuning in every weekday morning at 7 a.m. It's an absolute pleasure to speak with you. Also, if you're not yet subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button, and also remember to also click on the notification bell to be notified of new updates from the channel. We'll also be implementing some new changes on the channel, so do keep a lookout for those as well. My name is David Ansara. Until next time, take care.